It doesn't take a football savant to realize that the Pittsburgh Steelers have a wide receiver problem. With George Pickens on pace to miss what would be his third game in a row, the Steelers need as much help as they can get, but there doesn't seem to be any in sight. However, there is one player lurking on the injured reserve that seemingly everyone has forgotten about. And it's time to discuss exactly what's going on with his situation in Pittsburgh. Hey everyone, Rob Gregson of AZ Sports Pittsburgh, and I want to discuss what's going on with rookie wide receiver Roman Wilson. Look, it started out great for the rookie out of Michigan. He was tearing up training camp for a week and a half, and then he suffered an ankle injury that caused him to miss the entire preseason. And after that, he was a healthy scratch for the majority of the first month, as Mike Tomlin just wasn't comfortable with his experience level in the offense. And that's totally understandable when you consider that they acquired veterans like Scotty Miller and Van Jefferson to come in and be a part of Arthur Smith's scheme, given their familiarity with the offense. But Roman Wilson then injured his hamstring 2 weeks later and was put on injured reserve. And while hamstrings can be tricky, they don't take 8, 9, 10 weeks, which is how long Roman Wilson has been on IR at this point. I mean, they placed him on the reserve before week 8, and we're heading into week 16. Obviously, George Pickens is dealing with a hamstring, a grade 2 one that showed up on MRI, and he has a chance to play as soon as Christmas, if not this week, and surely against the Bengals in the regular season finale. So it's obvious that the Steelers have just decided to shut down Roman Wilson and just say, okay, we'll pick him up and go with him next year. But how much worse can this wide receiver core really get? I mean, the Mike Williams trade just hasn't panned out. Van Jefferson, Scotty Miller, Calvin Austin III, those are all solid wide receiver number 3s. And the offense, as seen against Philadelphia, just has no juice. So if Roman Wilson is any kind of healthy, it would make a lot of sense to integrate him into an offense that just lacks any kind of explosiveness and any kind of electricity. This is a player that we know that can run a 4-3 and could potentially be a big source of momentum for an offense that was lifeless last week. And quite frankly, if they don't have George Pickens against the Ravens and the Chiefs, will be lifeless again. So at this point, why not throw him a bone, as Mike Tomlin would say, and just see what you have, because it can't get much worse in the wide receiver room in Pittsburgh.